You got it, Moreland? You
Yeah,
got the kill?
Yep.
Oh,
Hold
man.
up. Boom. Rocket, got it.
Becky.
No, I got it. I got the stun. I got the stun.
I can't believe we're up 28-3.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
And the only kills they've gotten are on me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're
your
doing
top
a great
lane
job.
is fine. It's no biggie.
You're doing a great job.
Man,
Okay.
We're doing good.
I feel
Let's
like
go.
these Falcons jerseys, they're
Really
good
brought us
luck.
luck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
I just got killed.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh, it's okay.
Oh my
It's okay.
God.
We're good.
We
We're
still
good.
have at
It's
least
fine.
a
We're still
whole
good.
nother
We're still
half
good.
to play. We're good.
We're good.
yeah.
We're good.
Okay, here we go.
Firing ult
Okay,
again.
are we
Hold
gonna?
on.
Let's all go down mid.
Guys,
Let's run
guys,
mid.
I'm
Crap, I missed.
Guys, I'm dead.
Wait, what?
I'm dead too.
I died
Did you
again.
kick the field goal?
Angie, are you playing League with us?
No, we're playing Madden, right? Falcons.
She just scored a
No.
sick touchdown pass.
Did we just lose 34-28?
Oh, God.
I'm triggered.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Free Rotation podcast. It's been a couple of weeks since our last episode, but we're back.
It was Becky's fault.
It's my fault.
She almost died.
Totally Becky's fault.
I was in a life-threatening car accident where I got rear-ended going 8 miles an hour. So we're back now.
It was horrifying.
Yeah, I was in
Well,
a coma
it-
for like 20 seconds.
And it fucked up your back, so it's, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not going to talk about that, but we are here to talk about esports. We've got some pretty good stuff going on around the esports and the sportsness and all of that stuff. But I'm joined by my regular co-host, Moreland. Say hi.
Hi.
Bobby's here as well. Say hi, Bobby.
Hi, it's the new boy.
He's the new boy.
It's your boy, Bobby.
And then our lovely producer, Angie.
Where's she at?
She right there.
Oh, girl.
Hey, girl.
Oh, she gets to say whatever she wants, but I gotta
UXI.
say hi. I see how it is.
After dark.
It's
Yeah.
sexist. It's fine.
She limited your speech.
Yeah.
Right?
Becky's sexist.
I'm triggered.
That is exactly.
What are you, Donald Trump?
Yes.
She grabbed you right by the pussy.
I decided to stay in my Paris hotel room instead of honoring people on Veterans Day.
There you go. Yep.
But yeah, today we are here talking about esports. If anybody knows anything about esports, but we're actually talking about esports versus regular sports. This is kind of Angie's fandom as well as the whole.
Well, no, it's not really a
sportsness.
versus. It's and. Yeah, you do have your people on each side who think that they have to be mutually exclusive.
Right.
But,
Right.
But we're a huge fan of sports and a huge fan of esports.
Yes. As you can tell by our intro, in which I have inconsistently watched the Falcons since the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Really? You have to bring that
Wait,
shit up again?
the Falcons are still a team?
Shut the fuck up, Morgan.
I'm
I will
sorry.
cut your penis off. I swear to
Yeah.
God.
I
Don't
mean,
tempt me with a good
I
time.
did eventually kill Scoob. He didn't have a baby. I killed him for wearing Patriots blue to the house.
And that's why
It took you 2 years to do that?
Yes, more
you
than
guys
my
call them
revenge is slow.
Yeah, it's called long-term plans. You don't want to make it obvious immediately.
Yeah, that's how you got. That's how the police don't get you.
But yeah, so the reason why we wanted to talk about this is also we were big League of Legends fans. So League just had their World Championship, in which it's the first time in 5 years a Western team has even made it to Worlds. So that was pretty exciting.
And they got swept.
Yep.
I watched that shit.
That was sad though. So anybody who knows anything about League of Legends, it's actually this year I think was the highest viewed. It was the highest viewed esport championship in history of the internet, basically. So since
It actually was more highly viewed than a lot of than the NBA championship.
yeah, they said on Twitch by itself there was 1.14 million people watching it during the World Championship
Jesus
live.
Christ.
And what is an interesting part of that a lot of people might not realize is that it happened in South Korea. So most people who live in NA, it was like a 12-hour difference for everybody watching it. So that would mean in our time zone, since we're Eastern Standard, people were getting up at 4 o'clock to watch
3
it.
and 4, yeah.
No, I did that for the World Cup.
Yeah,
I do it for Wimbledon. It's not as much of a difference, but
it's like 6
tennis?
hours.
Yeah.
Little tennis.
What is it, like 6 to 8 hours or
yeah,
so?
Something like that.
yeah, 6.
Yes, but South Korea, and this was only accounting for the fact that it was Twitch. It wasn't even YouTube or any other network that was showing anything about
Yeah, and the
League of
actual
Legends.
ESPN channel.
Yes. So, but as Bobby mentioned, we lost to a Chinese team. However, first time in 5 years, Korean team wouldn't go to.
Well, I don't consider it a we because I supported Invictus Gaming.
You did. You were the only person in Battle and Brew that was cheering whenever Invictus got a kill off a Fnatic. Those were the two teams that were there. Invictus was the Chinese team.
Invictus is like the OG. I mean, they're one of the people who, brought League into
The fold.
a competitive spectrum.
Yeah.
I was on their team.
Yeah.
I was their first coach.
Yeah.
Were you?
No,
Yeah.
God.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
My mom's Chinese, so it's kind of close.
I will say that for us, this was my 3rd year watching Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So it was interesting to see the difference in hype this year because of the fact that the last 2 years it's been 2 Korean teams, and it was either Samsung, KT, or SKT.
What's SKT stand for?
SKT stands for SK Telecom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's boring.
South Korea, most of their teams are either Samsung or teams that are telecommunications.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Sponsors, you need them.
So, it was a big deal because for the last 5 years, it's been Korean teams winning Worlds. And Faker, who is pretty much known as the best mid laner of all time for League of Legends, didn't even qualify for any sort of part of Worlds.
I give him a run for his money. I'm pretty good mid laning with Kale.
I would oh my God, Bobby.
I don't even want to attempt that. So
Yeah, not a lot of people outplay
Oh, wait till he sees
Faker.
me.
I'm a cutie pie beat him, running an Annie against his Rise, and I'm a cutie pie beat him.
Yeah.
I said I'm a cutie pie.
But to be fair, that man is homeless and has nothing better than to do than play League of Legends every
Is he
single
really
By
homeless? That's
no.
super depressing.
he
By
looks-
homeless, we mean he's a multimillionaire and has a fantastic house.
But Google,
But
I'm a
he
cutie
doesn't
pie.
ever shave.
Yeah. Google that man, and they call him a homeless man for a reason. But the reason why we also wanted to bring sports in is the fact that it was the first time ever that I was excited about a wrestling match. And that's how we got on this conversation. So eSports was going to be something we talked about, and we'll get into maybe some of the history. There's a big event going on, and I don't even know if it's happened yet. But I don't know if anybody's listened to this podcast before, but I fucking hate wrestling.
Wrestling?
she hates wrestling.
I hate wrestling,
She
but
hates the wrestling.
there is a big event going on with NXT versus WWE, and they are being represented by I'm a Cutie Pie and Tyler One, the other big name streamer for League of Legends. So that was kind of the topic we want to talk about today is the crossover between esports and sports.
Do you know what Tyler One looks like?
Who?
Tyler One. I'll pull up
He's
that
a
picture.
6'4" man. He's not 6'4", he's like 5'4".
But Tyler One is also like 5'2", 5'3".
Yeah, he's
He's
so
shorter
short.
than I'm a Cutie Pie.
He's so
Jesus.
short.
Grade.
But it's funny because
But he's pretty swole.
No shit. You're 5'2", you gotta be swole to have a big dick. Even then, your dating life's still gonna be fucking rough.
oh my God, Bobby. Tyler One sponsor us? He's never going to sponsor
He
us.
rages so hard, and I love
No,
it.
he's gonna kick my ass because I'm a gigantic pussy, and he's got abs, and I've got, the hair.
But that kind of...
He's got abs, and you've got flabs.
No, I'm working on it, man. I started P90X last week.
Cool.
I'm dying
That's
slowly
cool.
from it. Yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
dying slowly from it.
But yeah, that kind of brings up the topic regarding esports versus sports and how it's kind of become a crossover now that esports is becoming more accepted.
Yeah, because on
Yeah.
ESPN and stuff.
Yeah, well, we're kind of past that whole StarCraft, everybody's hiding in their mom's basement and they're Korean playing video games kind of
Yeah,
thing.
you're either hiding in your mom's basement or you're Korean. You're an abomination to society if you're not out either playing a sport or working your ass off.
Yeah, it's become a thing where you still have that sort of mentality. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel that was still making fun of people like Ninja who make millions of dollars playing it. To be fair, he's not a pro esports player.
Right.
But, making fun of oh, how do you guys sit there and watch video games competitively, all that stuff. And it's kind of the same. To me, it's kind of the same argument as to why would you watch football, tennis, any of those sports if you weren't interested. It's kind of the same thing.
Right. If you watch for the entertainment value.
Exactly.
That's the reason I watch. That's the reason you watch it, for the entertainment value. Whether you watch sports, whether you watch people play video games, you watch for the entertainment value that you get from it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The advent, I think, of esports becoming more popular. I think it was more so, I think it was less the StarCraft sort of RTS games that catapulted it, I guess, but more so, in my opinion, of the MOBAs, this first-person shooters,
definitely
the
the
battle royales now.
Definitely the first-person shooters. Definitely the freaking what's the one?
Oh,
Fortnite,
No.
CS:GO.
Yes. Counter Strike.
speaking of FPSs, did y'all hear that big mess of that former Treyarch employee fucking got fired and shit? You all hear about that?
Yes. There was a
The trading thing.
Treyarch playtester who got fired, and he leaked a lot of the zombies Easter eggs that people hadn't solved yet.
Oh wow.
And he leaked like a bunch of stuff, like the new Nuketown map and that
He's
kind
gonna
of stuff.
owe so much money.
Oh,
he
he's
broke his NDA.
Oh yeah, he's fucked.
Yeah.
He'll never work. I mean,
What is that? What are we talking? What game is that?
Black Ops 4.
Yeah, Call of Duty Black
it's
Ops 4.
Black Ops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Call of Duty Black
Shit.
Ops 4. He went on Reddit and he did a post of literally ask me anything, and because he was a former playtester, and he's like, yeah, there's Easter eggs on 9 that you haven't solved yet. This is how you solve this one. This is how you solve this one.
I mean,
And,
that's
I mean,
a lot of money back.
It's not the main Easter egg,
Right.
It's not the main Easter egg that's already been solved. So it was just little small
do
Easter
people
eggs
think
that
their
people haven't
NDAs
solved
end
yet.
when they're fired?
No, he
'Cause
he got fired for bullshit reasons.
Yeah.
So what happened was the post has been taken down, but from what I've gathered is he was supposed to go on his lunch break at 5. Well, his superior said, okay, we're going to push it back to 6. So go on lunch break at 6. So goes, okay, 6 comes by, goes to have lunch break, comes back at 7. And you're like, you're fired. You're supposed to take your lunch at 7, not 6. He's like, how the fuck am I supposed to know? You guys didn't email me anything. They had to call security on the former employee because they wouldn't let him get his personal effects from his desk. And then they said in front of him, oh, what does it matter? He's nobody. So they let him get his stuff. That's probably what sent him over the edge and do all this bullshit.
I can see where
He
that.
probably thought paying the fine was worth it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. At
they're
that point,
suing him.
Yeah.
He's fucked.
That's
oh
the
no!
thing.
At that point,
Yeah.
fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You said that to me. No, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
completely understand.
I can see where, like, I would probably have that short-term anger, too, where I'm like, man, I'm going to go fuck them up. And then you realize you're going against a multi-million-dollar video game company that probably
That
has...
you signed an agreement not to talk about stuff
and
like that.
that they can just throw money at their attorneys to just sue the shit out of you. So I commend the guy for standing up for what he thinks was the right thing to do. On the flip side, I feel very bad for his family and all of his debt that he is going to be
No, just move to China. He's
accumulating.
fine. They won't extradite him. Move to China. He's fine.
Just move to China.
Move to China.
Yeah.
They like a little Americans over there.
And then just tell them all the secrets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which, you know,
That's
that
what
was,
Snowden did, to be fair, to Russia.
well, that was supposed to be the big thing is that Black Ops was going to be the battle royale killer for Fortnite and PUBG. So I don't.
Blackout sucks.
Black Ops sucks, really?
Yeah, the blackout, which is the Fortnite mode.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't care for it, but I didn't care for the battle royale type game
speaking
mode
of this,
anyways.
going back to the little employee. He was our number one bug reporter for because he was a quality assurance person. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's the only employee that we know of that actually play for Treyarch that plays Call of Duty outside of work.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
the sad thing is classify the 4 zombie maps were so buggy when they first launched for Black Ops 4. They were so buggy that you'd be on round 9 on the map 9, you'd crash.
Yeah, that's what happened.
You'd buy a weapon off the wall, the game would crash.
Oh, my God. And
You could be midway through an Easter egg, hunting for an Easter egg, you'd crash.
Was this on release
Yes.
of the game? Oh, okay.
Yes. It's still happening though. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
It's a month after.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
That's why
They've patched a lot of
that's
it.
why I was like,
But-
people were to be for anybody to say that was going to be the game that killed. People already said Fortnite was going to kill off PUBG, and while PUBG has its own issues, that was going to be one thing. But you know, when you have a new game come out like that, there are going to be 8,000 bugs that has to be described, and all of these games are so different from each other. That's why it never makes sense when you say Dota is going to kill off League of Legends and vice versa or anything like that.
Yeah. It doesn't happen because you're going to still find your people that want to stay loyal to the game that they've been playing. They may go over and play it for a little bit,
Right.
but they're always going to go back to their they're going to go
The
back
roots.
to their PUBG. They're going to go back to their
Right.
Fortnite.
Well, that's a good reason to talk. Going back to League of Legends, is that people were saying this year because of Fortnite was going to be the thing that killed off League of Legends because it had such a downturn of viewers.
Well, I think we were just talking about this. Anytime something new comes out, it's such a knee-jerk negative reaction. It's going to put something out of business.
Yeah, it's
No, it's going to slow it down for a month. But then people have their loves, like you said.
Exactly.
They're gonna go back to what they like.
It's like your restaurants. Like, you're gonna try a new restaurant, but you're most likely gonna go to the ones you know the best.
You're gonna go back to Taco Bell.
It's like my thing with VR porn versus my body pillow. VR porn's fun, but nothing beats that body pillow.
That's a good perspective,
Sailor
Bobby.
Moon.
Oh,
And I'm weeb trash. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Holy shit, that hurt my ear.
But I guess the other thing is looking at the difference between esports themselves versus actual sports and sort of the split we have right now regarding it. And it's changing. We have people being recognized as athletes, but you still have issues where you have import players for games like League of Legends and Dota, and they only have a visa for a certain amount of time until they're, I don't want to say deported, but they're not deported, but they have to go back, or they can't travel. And versus, regular professional players who have actual visas that they can travel with. So that's a whole argument that's being made now. Are esports players considered athletes for the purposes of
Finger athletes, I guess.
I mean, they're still called athletes because there's nothing better to call them. An athlete is a person that plays a sport.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. Well, they have to. Well, I'm not saying esports aren't a real sport. I think they are. They should play the Olympics, but it's fine. Football should play the Olympics too, and real football, not that soccer shit. No, like you just have to change the difference slightly. It's like because when that definition was made, that was not even a fucking thought in the person's mind.
Exactly. I mean,
So, yeah.
let's think about those guys that are gonna sit around and play video games.
Well, I think
Those Pong guys.
Todd, what's a
Okay.
video game?
I want to interject because we just made a false statement. Esports is recognized by the Olympic Committee as a physical competition.
That's what I was about to say. Is that it's now being considered as a sport during the Japan Olympics in 2020, I think.
Oh, cool.
So it is being recognized as a sport itself.
So
Are there
wait,
going to be any competitions?
Yes.
What, it says that Olympic Committee lays out expectations, so they're still figuring it out. It is because one of their biggest sponsors is an esports sponsor, Intel Core, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So they're still figuring out. We know that Rocket League is going to be one.
Dope. That shit's fun as fuck to watch.
So
It's
I'm
like
not
soccer,
sure.
so I understand.
Yeah.
It's car soccer.
Yeah, it's fun. That game's fun.
Well, going back to like the whole term athlete, and I might be mistaken, somebody can correct me. I think the definition of an athlete was created for the Olympics. It wasn't anything to do with the sports we have today. An athlete was somebody who competed during these huge competitions, and it wasn't just like
Not just physical.
yeah. I mean, and it was solo competitive stuff.
Yeah. So I think the Olympic Committee chairman, he doesn't like the idea of esports because he said he doesn't want to bring violence, graphic violence and stuff like that into a world stage.
Are you fucking kidding me? They box! Like, what are you
There's-
talking
yeah,
about? Wrestling? What the fuck are
There's
you
boxing,
talking
there's
about?
fencing, there's
Yeah.
wrestling. There's already
So
violence.
they're putting together an oversight committee to determine what sports can come into it. So I
Probably not Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Probably not
anything
anything like that.
Counter Strike's not going to come in.
Probably not PUBG or anything like that.
no
PUBG
first,
might. It's kind of cartoony.
no first person shooters, nothing like that. Not
But
League.
Rocket League,
Rocket
Maybe
League definitely.
MOBAs.
Maybe League of Legends.
I think StarCraft would be probably
Yeah.
probably StarCraft.
No
Yeah.
Overwatch then. Shit.
Yeah, no
Would
Overwatch.
Overwatch be really? I mean, Overwatch be considered? I guess it would be considered violent, but it's so chaotic.
Yeah, but the thing is, if we
It's a first person shooter.
Yeah.
if we're not
Any way
including
you go
PUBG,
about
then
it.
we can't include Overwatch. Then run with that logic.
Yeah, or Fortnite.
There might be speed runs. It could be one of the things included.
That would be
like
interesting.
speed
Speedruns?
But here's the thing about
No, when I say speed runs, I mean like Cuphead games.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
It's
those
Very
still-
almost
complicated games.
impossible games.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about athletes is I think the definition is changing because everybody's like you have to hone your body for it. But with a video game, you have to hone your mind almost. You have to have
still-
a reaction speed.
Yeah, you still gotta hone part of your body.
Yeah,
Your mind is still part of your body. And you've got to have your
Yeah.
fingers be able to control those too.
And you don't
Because
and
like Guitar Hero, I can't play Guitar Hero on anything over normal.
yeah.
So I can't because I can't incorporate that fourth button.
Yeah,
Right.
you can't
Because-
chomp down your Adderall anymore because they're piss testing you.
Which is that's the
I
another
will
bit,
hit
like
you.
that's a whole
They
nother
are.
discussion is the fact that right now like they are drug testing esports
They're
players
drug
because
testing
of
them
the
now
Adderall
because of what
and
that guy
Ritalin.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you're kind of in the same realm at this
Be
point.
real cool to that for the Pro Tour because I saw some of those fuckers and like that guy's
Yeah.
clearly an Adderall. Like, a lot of Magic Pros do that. To be fair,
And going back to like the
Booger
whole
and Jim Davis. won.
athletic builds, if you look at players like Team Liquid or you look at teams, like, you don't have fat ass players playing sitting with their car, like the whole South Park stereotype. They have to work out because that's part of being healthy. Is if you
don't have a healthy body, you can't have a healthy mind.
Exactly.
And your reaction speed's gonna slow. You can be whatever.
I'll challenge that. Stephen Hawking's, his body wasn't that fucking healthy.
Oh my God, Bobby.
Am I wrong though?
But that's not because he ate like a diet of Mountain Dew and pizza.
I mean, he could have.
Oh my God.
Somebody hit him with something.
I mean, he's really smart. Don't get me wrong, but
hold on.
Mute button.
You're just mad that I was right.
No.
But
that's not why I'm mad.
I forgot what we were talking about.
We're talking about athletes.
In their healthy minds and bodies. And I want to prove y'all wrong.
Team Liquid, I think, came out and said their players train 50 hours a week.
50 hours a day.
50 hours a day. I don't know what that is.
Wait, so quick question with the whole team thing. Do they get paid like while they're training and shit? Do they get like a stipend? Oh, dope.
They're franchised now. League of Legends has franchised teams.
Oh, fuck, Morgan. Let's go make a League of Legends team. Fuck this
100 Thieves. Golden Guardians is a subset team for League of Legends, and it's the Golden State Warriors.
Becky, we did build a team. We've been trying to build a team. Moreland can't play a lot, but we built SP and SP. It stands for Spurt and Spackle.
Spurt and Spackle.
Okay.
Because when Moreland was on his forced
celibacy,
Scoob said when you have sex, you're going to spurt and just spackle the walls. So
we are not going to call ourselves
We're
Spurt and Spackle.
We're Spurt and Spackle.
This is our working title until we get an actual team going.
So now, guys, when you see a stream and you see that SP and SP, you'll know it means
Spurt and Spackle.
Jizz and Spackle.
How about just the potato cats?
That's actually adorable. Imagine having a cat that's a potato looking.
We couldn't do potatoes because that's Choco. That's Janet.
True.
She's a potato army.
We could do. We'll figure it out. We're still working on it. We're Spurt and Spackle working title.
I got the name. The Meat Flaps.
Yes.
Oh my God,
this
Bob.
is how you don't get franchised. I'm just gonna point that out to you. That's how you don't get franchised.
We're gonna franchise this team. What's their team name? The Meat Flaps?
Well,
no.
Ice Poseidon was sponsored by Pornhub, so it's not that far out there.
She makes a fair point.
This is true, but Ice Poseidon's weird.
Listen,
anyway,
we gotta start with small tournaments, and you have to have a computer that can run a game that's past 1998. Okay.
Speaking of, did I tell you what I want to do with my old computer parts? Build a gaming computer for you here.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, because we could build just a good computer. My computer was fine.
Hey, my laptop gets like 50 frames per second, so that works.
That's not bad.
That's fine. I sort of get medium, so I presume I put like the settings on lower, probably go up like the 60 or 70.
So guys, you're hearing it here first. 2027, we're gonna have an esports team.
The free rotation Spurt and Spackle.
Isn't that like the same year
we'll get
an
a
asteroid
jersey made at DreamHack this
year.
Exactly.
It's gonna mess us.
So we have to come up with a name. You know what, guys? Email us. Send us a message on any of our forums or our website and tell us what your suggestions are for a team name.
We're going to get the stupidest suggestions.
If it's phallic, I'll make it the team
fine.
name.
I mean, we have a vote, and we can outvote Becky, so send whatever you want. It's 4 people.
If I like the name enough, I'll draw a picture for it.
I guarantee you it'll be 3-on-1.
I mean, we
oh my God.
we got to get Dan in on this.
Yeah.
Because he's our best player.
He's on the ceiling somewhere.
Exactly.
To be fair, Dan would be the only one who could jungle out of all of us.
I can still
What's
jungle
the
with
jungle?
fiddlesticks.
You want to try?
Back in the day, I used to.
What's the jungle?
What do you mean?
There's lanes other than the bottom lane.
Yes.
That's an ADC thing
You
right
play
there.
ARAM, you know there's a mid lane.
Yeah, when there has to be only one
when
lane.
there's one lane, it could be any lane.
It's still bot lane.
It's still bot lane. I don't know what you're talking about.
All random, all bottom.
That sounds like the worst kind of porn.
He plays Arab. Putting on my bed.
Thank God Becky's brown and we're not getting shut down.
He just
Not
plays
yet.
Echo the entire time. We're playing Arab.
No, he's playing like Azir or Pantheon.
This is Arab.
Jinx is not banned ever because she has bombs. Oh, Ziggs is definitely not banned.
No.
Exactly, Ziggs. All the Ziggs.
I feel like we should ban this whole conversation.
Yeah.
all the C4.
You know, okay. So getting back into actual topics, you know, we have esports here. We should actually go. We should go to E-League one time just to see what it's like.
Are there
Jesus.
chicks there?
Up at Turner.
I'm sure there is. It's up at Turner.
Yeah, they don't.
Do they have vaginas or
Yes.
not boyfriends or girlfriends?
Yes.
Maybe.
Bobby,
But the
we've never
problem
been.
is they run Dota and not League.
That's
and
fine.
CS:GO.
Yeah.
I used to play CS:GO. I got this. I was fucking awful, but I know coming on.
Fucking awful, but I
That
got
shit's
it.
fucking hard. Those people that play online are fucking chewing out Adderalls and doing a bunch of cocaine to get super focused. I don't have the
Spending
money for that.
thousands
The
of
sad thing
dollars.
is, like, more people that I know, they smoke marijuana to focus.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes me sick.
Yeah, because that's what cocaine does for you. Why it's not so much as like it is physically addictive.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
what's addictive is how it sharpens your mind. You are suddenly thinking on like an Einstein level. I don't know this by experience,
I do.
and neither does Bobby.
I don't lie to
And
them.
neither
Once
does
again, the
Bobby.
free rotation and running joke media do not always agree with what Bobby's saying.
Thank
we
God.
do not support the use of drugs. However,
Illegal
I do
drugs.
recognize
Illegal
why
drugs.
illegal drugs. Right. If you need, illegal drugs. If you need, yes.
Well, I
Illegal
don't
drugs.
support the use of opiates. Fuck that shit.
Right. I'm super against opiate use.
Don't look at me like that. You know I'm right.
Anyways, let's get back to esports.
Esports.
Esports!
But that's why
Sports
people
ball.
take Adderall and use cocaine because it's super sharp. It elevates your thinking to a higher
Yeah.
level.
Yes.
That's why they've started drug. I mean, if anybody needs to be drug tested, it's going to be the players who have to play video games for 50 hours a week.
It's gonna be the Asian players. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know because they, but it's not, and also a big issue for esports and why it's been such a one of those controversial things is because people gamble and
Yeah.
they can game set. Like a whole big thing happened in StarCraft a few years ago where one of the big players was match fixing.
Life.
Nice.
And his name was Life.
Yeah.
And his teammate. And they knew they were going to win the tournament. So if they dropped a few games here and there, it wouldn't really affect the
Yeah.
outcome.
Right.
And they made thousands more dollars
Good for them.
by Vegas paying them than they did
Good
through their
for them.
sponsorships.
Because right now, to be up until I think League is one of the first, if not the first, video game esports competitive tournament that, or I guess the LCS would be what I need to talk about, is one of the first to franchise with these strict regulations. Up until a few years ago, it was like the Wild West. I mean, you go to these tournaments and it's whoever wins. You don't have any rules about gambling or anything like that.
Yeah. And
Of course
you
there are
just
side
show up and
bets.
enter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I was going to say. I forgot. Something about Overwatch. Ah, well.
There's really good porn of that.
Oh my god!
I want to be Winston.
I don't play Overwatch, so I don't know.
Is he the bear? The
He's a
gorilla?
monkey.
Gorilla. Yes.
Yeah, monkey.
He's on my
gorilla.
shirt. The
Can I be
primal
Tracer?
rage.
You want to be
cute.
lesbian?
She cute looking. She got cute short hair.
She's lesbian.
I don't care.
I can't figure out. Okay, this is kind of a weird rant, but I can't figure out how people watch competitive Overwatch because that game gives me an aneurysm.
I can't
I-
follow it. I tried.
I played like 6 games with Jake, and I'm like, my brain is killing me.
Yeah,
I
He's
would
like-
love to play it. I can't follow it.
He's like, why? Because I don't understand it.
like you die and you can upload a new character and start playing a different character.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever played Team Fortress 2?
No.
Okay, Overwatch Alpha.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. The only game that I really like, I am so for esports, I'm so for competitive gaming, but the game that I really have a problem with hearing considered an esport is Hearthstone, I'll be honest with you. Because there's more RNG than skill that's necessary
Oh,
for
okay. We're gonna go into the RNG talk.
Yeah.
Well,
yes,
all-
it is very RNG.
Well, all Hearthstone is magic for moron. I mean, it is. I'm fine with Hearthstone as a game, but like you play Magic, it's like
Magic is way more complicated.
like-
Yeah.
It is.
it's like minion, minion, stupid. Game down.
I think Hearthstone had a potential for being more skill based, but I think they wanted to appeal to casual players.
Yeah.
Right. And so then they started introducing too many sets. They flooded it. It's like, did you even play test Mechathune before you put it out there? You know what Mechathune is, right?
I haven't played since the
That one expansion.
horror set, whatever it was.
Wait.
Witchwood?
Yeah.
If you were to play right now, you would probably play 95% of games against Priest. Because Mechathune says if he dies and you have no cards in hand, no other creatures on the field, no cards in your deck, you win. It destroys your opponent. You don't win, they lose kind of thing. So Priest there's a legendary that says destroy all 3 drops in your deck. That's like their entire deck.
All they do is run 3 drops.
Except for a couple of cards. There's a legendary that says your death rattle creatures cost 1.
Okay.
and they die at end of turn. Then there's 2 creatures that they run that says when they die, they deal 5 damage to all your other creatures. And then they drop Mechathune. So, no, all your creatures cost 1, they die at end of turn. All your death rattles. So what they do is they drop the legendary. Drop those 2 for 1 that deal 5 damage each when they die. Drop Mechathune when their deck is empty. That's all the cards in their hand. So at the end of turn, she kills those 2. They deal 10 damage to the board, killing her and Mechathune. You lose. And that happens turn 9 or 10.
Gross.
Yes, and the rest of the deck is like Psychic Scream. It shuffles all creatures into your deck, not theirs.
Yeah. Gross.
And it just kills everything.
Yeah. And that's why I think Hearthstone, I don't think could ever be considered like an esport for the purposes of competition. Like, it's good to watch and it's good to see, but we have seen with players like Toast, where they build these like RNG-based decks and win the game. I mean, you can't. That's not skill.
It was Shutterwalk before Mechathune, and now it's
Yeah.
Mechathune, Druid, Priest, and what's the other big Mechathune? Warrior.
Gross.
And they just win. You can't stop it. I mean, and it's just RNG.
And that's the difference, with Magic versus Hearthstone, is that you don't have the interaction to react.
like, I can't respond to your trigger on the stack.
Right.
You can only hope maybe you're a mage and you have Mass Polymorph Secret.
Yep. But talking of another RNG, RNG heavy, but is considered a esport is the mobile game I play, Summoner's War.
Oh, yeah. Summoner's War has a full-on competitive gaming thing, right?
It's actually at DreamHack this year, by the way.
Oh,
Summoner's War is at DreamHack. That's
Damn
why
it.
some people at work are thinking about going.
I have to go.
Yeah.
Summoner's War is so RNG heavy, and the entire game is grindy. It's RNG heavy with the creatures that you get from your mystical scrolls. It's RNG heavy with the runes that you get from running your dungeons. You can increase your odds and everything by buying packs, but that's spending money to buy packs. And
Microtransactions.
yeah, and
I think
that's
we were going to do an
not
episode on that.
that's not RNG.
You could
at
actually say
point.
that about Hearthstone too,
Uh,
because to access these cards, you need to build them.
Exactly.
Or buy 'em.
You gotta have the dust and everything for all of that. But you can craft runes, but you have to get lucky with the runes you craft. You have to get lucky with the runes that you get.
Yeah.
You have to get lucky if you get violent procs. A violent set on a creature gives you a possibility to take an extra
Isn't
turn.
that the same in CS:GO? You have to roll the thing and maybe get lucky.
With the loot
And
crates
didn't
and
they
everything.
change it now where you can actually lose your weapons in game?
I have no clue. I never
Everybody
done
had
anything.
I don't really play or follow.
Yeah, but with violent procs, you have a percentage chance to take an extra turn. I think it's like 22%. Well, with one of the creatures that you have, when they transform, they give you an extra turn. They have their unicorn form, and then they have a mystical girl form or magical girl form. Yes.
Of fucking course they do, Marlon.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
wouldn't they?
I mean that's the game. It's a Japanese game. Leave it alone.
Oh, fair.
So, but if you violent proc, you get an extra turn. You then transform, which only allows you to transform, but it gives you an extra turn and resets your violent proc. So you can violent proc again. You can take 4, 5, 6 turns from violent procking and transforming.
And it's just RNG.
And it's all RNG.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was Richard Garfield. We went to Richard Garfield was at Dragon Con one year. And he said that when you have to find that perfect balance of RNG and skill for a game to make a game enjoyable, because his thing with Magic is that if you have more RNG than skill in a game like that, you're never going to have a player base that's going to consider it a competitive game.
Because
Right.
he was talking about luck in gaming.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
how much is luck and how much of it is skill and how much of it really is just this mystical, like good
Orange.
fortune
Yeah.
following you.
Right.
And because, like, think about it for, like, Magic versus, like, Hearthstone. Magic, your RNG is going to be your draws.
Yes.
You're not going to have or if
And
you
maybe
shuffle
your
and
mana's
play a
screwed.
card. Yeah, or something to that effect. Something that you can control most of the time.
Right.
It's going to be based on your deck and the matchup to that deck that you're going to really cause it in your skill playing. Versus Hearthstone, which you can be playing one of the best decks in the game, but if somebody drops I'm going back to Yogg Saron because that was the card that I really knew, and they RNG into something good and you lose and they win,
There's nothing you can do about
there's
it.
nothing you can do about it.
You know, you Yogg Saron,
Yeah.
and they throw the fireball,
At your
pyroblast,
yeah.
all of them get thrown at your face. I mean, what can you do? You can't
Right.
do anything about it.
I was playing Odd Paladin today, and the two that give them +3/+3, the 2 cards in there, they were my last 2 cards in the deck. They were what I needed to win, and I lost. And with those 2 cards left, and I was like, I just need to draw 1.
Yep, and that's just the luck of the draw at that point.
Yeah.
And
it's RNG, but
it is,
not massive RNG.
It is RNG, but it's not as bad RNG as Yogg-Saron.
Yeah.
Or as getting a rune in Summoner's War, or getting the perfect monster drop in Summoner's War, or anything like that. Getting the perfect weapon drop in CSGO. Oh, yeah, I love this skin for this weapon. Awesome.
That's why, like, in games like League of Legends, if you watch competitive gaming, they'll talk about, like, you lost the game at Champ Select. Because you know what what champions will counter what champions. And if you have a player playing a comfortable pocket pick versus somebody who's probably uncomfortable playing it, instead of having to always worry about what is the game going to... And, I mean, to be fair, if you're a really good player, sometimes you can just win those games regardless of Champ Select. But you do hear about you lost the game at Champ Select.
Exactly.
I won a game at Sona against a Blitzcrank. I mean, sometimes it is who's more comfortable with their character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they put Blitz to counter my Sona, but they're not comfortable with Blitz,
Right.
now, if you get that Blitz who knows exactly what the hell he's doing, Sona's just done.
When he's
She's
reaching
done.
out there, grabbing Sona by the pussy and knocking her up, yes.
And she's just like, with her
Yeah.
pigtails flying.
And
That's
just like,
it.
oh, but this fuck
That's
sucks.
it. Yeah.
And that can be the same for anything. Like, we were playing a game of ARM. Was it last week when we were playing with Bobby? It might have been sometime during the week. But our teams were evenly stacked. They had a very good AP heavy team. We had a very good AP heavy team. But you could tell, like, at least 2 of the players did not know how to play their champions versus all 5 of our players knowing how to play the champions.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
When you
Bobby
know how
had Diana he was familiar with. I had Sona. You had Ari or
I think it was
Lux?
Ari. I had Ari.
And the other 2, you could just tell they knew. We all knew our roles, our places. It was great.
Yeah, when you have a good team and you have somebody that you the champion that you know how to play, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Because if I roll into, like, a Rek'Sai, we're just going to go with Rek'Sai, and this is, like, and you're banking on me knowing how to play that character, I'm going to get flamed because I don't know how to play it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if you're banking on me, I roll anybody other than Jinx,
Or if I roll a Tristana, Moreland can tell you it is a fact.
it is a fact.
I went 0-9 too. And that's not typical for me.
It was a bad game.
awful.
I'm like, Angie, are you okay over there?
Moreland's like, are you trying to prove a point? I'm like, no, I'm trying. I am really trying.
It was like the ones that we were
Sorry.
playing last week, and Bobby was okay until up until he played Karma, and then he was like, no.
I can't play Rise for the life of
I
me.
love Rise.
Who's the bear?
Volley Bear.
Volley
Yeah,
bear.
if you don't play that guy either. Fuck, that was
Well,
weird.
to be fair, you also didn't have the correct runes on him.
True.
Yeah, but when he got Diana, shit got real.
Yeah.
He played
Diana
2
or
games
Kale?
with Diana, and you know how she pulls everybody in? Her E drags them all in.
Uh-huh.
I watched Bobby drag all 5 of them in. Their health went. Shoo! I mean, he died, but we aced. I'm like, Bobby, you did a shit ton of damage. He's like, I fucking died.
I fucking died.
You just picked up 5
I
assists.
didn't get the penta to kill. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
You got the Penta assist.
That doesn't count.
Penta assist. Yeah.
I'm not one of these
Close only counts in
Filthy
grenades and...
millennials that believes everyone's to get a trophy. Winners get
What's
trophies.
that saying? Close only counts in grenades and...
Horseshoes.
Horseshoes and hand
Horseshoes.
grenades.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Close only counts in
That's
horseshoes and hand grenades.
Well,
Who's the oldest person in this room? Not me. It's Moreland with the grandma sayings.
but I don't...
I've heard that say. I literally heard that saying 2 days ago. I'm like,
For your grandma?
By your grandma?
I don't have a grandmother anymore. They're
Oh,
both dead.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
So
my
no.
God, he was speaking to her from the grave.
But
It was the little girl in his backseat. Horseshoes and hand grenades,
no, it was the little girl in your back seat. Mine's cleansed now. Remember?
Yeah.
She still has the fucking board back there in her trunk.
Maybe the little
I'm
girl,
bringing it in the house.
ghost girl's
Exactly.
confused because she was in my Toyota, but now my Toyota's in a collision center, so I'm driving a Hyundai, and she's like, "Wait a second.
That's why she's walking
she's
on the
looking
side of the
around.
road sometimes. She's like, where the fuck did
No,
the car
she's
go?
she's in the collision shop. That's where she is right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Fuck
She's
she's
just
in
sitting in the
there.
back seat going, "What the fuck?
Fucking State
Who
Farm."
who the hell are these people?
No,
I
she-
don't know these people."
She's standing on the sidewalk going, dude, where's my car?
But on a random
That
note,
joke.
some of our favorite nerd stories is like the fact that the Packers plays D&D.
Oh, you mean the Green Bay Packers?
The Green
With
Bay
Aaron
Packers.
Rodgers? He can go fuck himself.
Yeah, he doesn't play D&D. It's all the other players that play D&D.
Of course, he works at
It was
State
the
Farm.
kicker who I can't remember his name right now, and it
It's
wasn't
from
haha
Minnesota
Clinton
Vikings.
Dix.
I know. Clinton Dix, the defensive end. That guy's
That
name.
went to the
No, but he
wow.
plays with Eagles now.
no Redskins.
Reds.
I think with the
Oh,
Redskins.
he
no,
went to-
I don't know. I think he went to the Skins. That's how I did. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because it was somebody we recently played. I think it was the Redskins.
Maybe, I don't
Haha,
know.
Clinton
Yeah, it was.
Dix.
It was the Redskins. Yeah, because he can't tackle with the damn.
Okay then.
Haha, Clinton Dix.
That's why Rocket League is popular, because it's soccer
That's
stars.
our team name, Clinton Dix. I like
I
it.
feel like we're going to get a call from the NSA. Ma'am, Clinton Dix. No, we're not talking about his dick. We're talking about the player.
No, we're talking
Listen,
about.
Monica, get off the phone.
No, we're talking about Hillary's dick.
Oh, yeah, Hillary's
She's got a
definitely got a big ass
massive
dick.
dick.
Yeah.
It's massive. She's definitely got big dick energy.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I found out about it recently.
Oh, okay.
Accidentally.
Okay.
All right, well,
BDE. You heard
yeah.
BDE?
Big dick energy.
interesting. I've never heard of that.
I've got big dick energy.
I'm calling the police.
So, yeah, on another topic. So this is also the week in which we are all going to be at some capacity at DreamHack. Woo!
At one time or another.
At one time or another.
Yeah, I was gonna play in the Hearthstone tournament, but I went like 0-6 today,
You're like,
just playing
"Eh."
casual. So I'm like, maybe not.
No, let's play that
Maybe not.
stupid fucking deck with the thing that.
The Mechathune.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Angie, just
bu-
be a
just build
dirty-
just build Mechathune
Just
warrior,
cry.
Do 'em
druid,
dirty.
and priest. And
No,
Just
can,
do-
is there not like an anti-Mechathune deck? Is there nothing like?
There is. I call it Toast Fuck You deck. His brother built a anti-combo deck, but you have to hope to mill one of those cards.
Oh, awkward.
Sometimes you do. So there's 4 cards. It's a little like purple chickie that comes
no
out.
Feratu.
Yeah, Gnome
yes, I love
Best
Gnome
name
Feratu.
ever. No, and she mills a card out their deck, and then there's a card that changes a random minion in each player's hand to a random demon. So you
gotta hope to hit that.
You gotta hope to hit it.
Gotta hope.
Wow,
to
that
hit.
sounds super clunky. Christ.
It is.
But
Goddamn.
you play
Yeah.
you play 3. You play the warrior Cthulhu, the druid.
So there's no like.
Mechathune and
Yeah.
priest Mechathune,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
the anti Mechathune.
So
Yeah.
That's what you play.
So there's no elixir of immortality in that.
No,
Damn, that would be
no.
so good.
There was
right?
only one card that shuffled Cthulhu back into your deck.
And there is and in Hearthstone, you don't lose by decking out. You lose in fatigue, so you take damage for each card you can't draw.
Oh.
So it's not
So-
like you just lose on a deck out.
So if turn 1 you draw a card, you get to turn 31 you draw a card, and you don't have a card in your deck, you take 1 damage. Turn 32 you take 2
two.
damage.
yeah, and it just
Oh, okay.
accumulates.
It just keeps going up and up and up. And
Which
up.
is why these
Until
decks
you
can
die.
work, because you don't ever die. Like, say you do deck out and you can do it in 2 turns, but you're at 30 health and you're only going to take 3 damage.
Yeah. So it's a slow burn, it's a slow build up, but it
I mean, the
It does
anti-combo
matter.
deck I run, it sometimes gets like pieces. So I was playing a Hadronox Druid, zipped his Hadronox with Gnome Fradu, he conceded.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a Mechathune once with a priest, he conceded. I mean, there's no win condition.
Is
at
there
that
no
point.
like super aggressive deck that can just run them over before they combo off?
Hunters.
Hunters, but not Secret Hunter.
No, it has to
'Cause
be like it has to be
Has to
mid-range
a
or an
smart,
aggro hunter.
And there's
face hunter.
the even paladins can get them
It's basically
until turn 6 and Psychic Scream comes out.
yeah, you just have to play something that'll kill them like by turn 5 or 6.
Yeah,
Because if they get to turn 6, Psychic Scream shuffles all the cards into your deck, and that's
Becky's
Just fun.
Hunter, the Death Rattle Hunter might win because they can't stop it. Can't stop that rush, that beat to the face, that direct damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't care about
That
your
charge
creatures.
damage.
I'm just gonna hit you in the face.
face.
But the good thing about DreamHack, and we had a DreamHack episode last year. I don't know how extensive we're going to go into the pit this year for DreamHack, but they have all kinds of tournaments. It's Smash. I think they have a Paladins tournament. They have CS:GO. They have the Collegiate League of Legends.
They have a lot of
Smite.
Dota.
Yeah, but
Dota,
that's
Smite, Paladins is there this year.
that's because High Res Expo,
You
which
said Rocket League.
is Rocket League's there.
Rocket League, Summoners
League, I
War is here
assume.
this year.
Fucking other shit.
Yeah, High Res
no,
Expo.
not League.
Well, no, not League. Yeah, League
Oh.
isn't here.
No,
Only
yeah.
the collegiate between the different colleges here in Georgia.
Yeah, the LCS has pretty much a hold on it in the Los Angeles area. So,
Yeah.
but because High Res Expo is here, and that's the creators of Paladins, Smite, Realm Royale. So there's a Realm Royale tournament, and they're based out of Atlanta. So
I only know what Smite is. I never heard of Paladins. I don't know what Realm Royale is either.
Apparently, Summer's War is going to be there. So.
Realm Royale is the medieval version of Fortnite.
And when you're killed, you turn into a chicken.
Yeah.
And you can res if your chicken can get away.
Never seen it. Sorry.
It's very small.
It was all right, but it's so glitchy that when I tried to play with Becky and Jake, I literally got stuck on the island. I never got on the plane to take off. So I'm like trying to... I got killed when the circle shrank because I couldn't get off the island.
You just kept hiding on the circle, or like trying to stay away from the circle. She made it like top 20 because she was sitting on the island.
Before the circle moved, and I'm just... I could see probably people looking like, where's that other player?
But they also,
and she's dead. Okay,
and but they also have little tournaments there. So they have the 5K for Magic, and they also have PUBG tournaments. I'm trying to convince Angie to do a duo with me in PUBG. She's never played PUBG.
Becky wants me to go in blind, never having played before, and do the tournament.
Do Fortnite.
Ew, Bobby.
We're not 12.
I look like a 12-year-old.
I mean, yeah.
Your hair.
Whoa.
Oh, what then?
Mr. Blonde highlights in his fucking hair. I don't hear shit from you, 90s boy.
They're not blonde highlights. I actually dyed
Yeah,
it
he
blonde.
dyed his hair, and that's the bleach.
This is still the bleach in it. So.
Bleach boy. Ichigo. Are you Ichigo Kurosaki?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not a strawberry or 15.
He's not 15.
Yeah, he is
Yeah, he
in the...
Not by the end.
Not by the end. He's like 30.
Yeah, he's fucking Rukia.
No, he's not. Stop talking about it. I don't want to get into the end of Bleach. I'm just going to get triggered.
Orihime.
Stop it. Stop talking
Bleach
about
ended at episode 190 when they sealed away Aizen. I don't know what you're talking about.
I agree with that. Please stop talking. I'm getting triggered.
Why do you think I brought that up and we're done?
Are you shooketh?
I'm shooketh. I am not woketh. I'm shooketh.
We're done.
But, yeah.
Gay.
Okay, I wanted to talk about how there are some Twitch streamers who have brought, and YouTube streamers who have brought into the sports world grudge matches. And I'm talking about the UFC X, where like Ice Poseidon and Brandon Hampton ran a boxing tournament and had all these.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was nasty. I mean, Cutie Pie's participated.
Well, he's doing the NXT versus WWE with
I
Tyler.
know, but he's also been invited to the UFC X.
Wait, do they actually box?
They actually box.
That's funny as fuck.
And they have boxing tournaments against fans. You can show up and box against them.
I think with the one for...
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I think for the one for WWE and NXT...
It's not really boxing, though. It's UFC.
Yeah.
So it is like...
Yeah, like I said, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
But they were like those are IRL streamers, so I can kind of see where they're going with it. For NXT versus WWE, it's NXT versus WWE players playing League of Legends. So
Which I want to watch. This is going to be good.
that's going to be
Right.
hilarious
Oh,
as
I'm
fuck.
gonna-
Especially
wanna
since
watch it.
Tyler and I am a Cutie Pie fight constantly.
Right?
But, and it's just funny thinking about like how it's becoming such a mainstream thing because, Imagine Dragons actually did one of the world's openings for League of Legends.
I remember that.
There was a story about how they were late to one of their big concerts because they were in the middle of a league game.
By the way, if you haven't watched the 2018 League opening ceremonies, it's phenomenal. They have computer-generated Ari, Evelyn,
K-pop
the
stars.
K-pop. And you can't even... I'm like, oh, those aren't real. And then last year, they had the dragon that flew around the stadium.
Oh, yeah. At Anime Week in Atlanta, they do concerts like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
We're going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, too bad Morley can check it out this year. Ooh, that was mean.
They'll be at Halloween next year, Marlon. I've already given you the note. It is not going to be in September. It's going to be at Halloween.
Why in the fuck do they keep...
Probably to not compete with Dragon Con because a lot of people don't go because they're broke from Dragon Con.
I mean, that's really why we don't go.
Yeah, we can't afford to go after Dragon Con.
I mean, I completely understand.
I mean,
there's still a crap ton of people that do go.
Yeah, Angie donated 14 liters of blood last year just for us to go to Dragon Con. So
Jesus.
I can't say anything about it. So, but yeah, and I'm excited for DreamHack. I like DreamHack. I know if you don't like eSports, this is not the event for you, but it is one of those things where it is fun to go to experience, I think. I'm excited because we're bringing our computers.
I'm excited because I've never been before.
I think you'll like it. I think you'll get a good kick out of it.
I just want to see all the eye I don't know if there's any eye candy there.
There will be because there's a lot of cosplayers.
There's a lot of cosplayers.
I'm super into cosplayers. I'm more like, hey, girl with short hair. You single? I'm single. Let's mingle.
Hey, Bobby
There
is
a what was it, the Bud Light bar or was it a Red Bull bar?
Bud Light bar.
Yeah, there's a Bud Light bar, Bud Light hangout bar.
Nice.
So that's perfect
Yeah.
for Bobby.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can put my Tinder on when I'm there.
And your grinder.
Gobbler.
Turn your grinder on.
It's Bumble. I'm not into cock anymore, Angie.
Oh, I apologize.
My asshole got tarnished last time.
But Bobby brought up something else I wanted to mention, which are
Tinder?
esport girls.
Oh.
There's not a lot. I think there were two. I think Korea or maybe there were Chinese teams. There was Happy Panda. And
There was
another one.
There was Team Siren, but they got disbanded in like a month because of bad like press because they called it like this was in the LCS though.
Oh no, yeah, because they said we're not very good, but we're better than boys because we pay more attention, but we're not as good as boys. The fuck are you talking about? Happy Panda actually had a couple of good players.
Yeah.
What?
But it's just and there are good female players
Oh,
yeah.
in these games.
Oh, yeah.
I am clearly one of no, I'm not.
You two are better than me easily. So
That's not hard.
shut up. Nobody asked you.
But when you talk about
Billy.
the people who spend the time grinding,
Yeah.
It's not that I think the esports censors girls. It's just that you don't have girls who reach that level to be brought on to teams.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
Magic, to be fair.
And also
It really is.
And I mean, we could talk about this with regular sports, but you also have to think about the fact that video games up until 10, 15 years ago was very heavily male dominated. So I think the esports are always going to be heavily male dominated until girls really get a chance to shine. And I think
until a couple different girls teams sit down and just own some guys teams.
Yeah.
Just
Because you don't have,
yeah.
at the same time, you don't have to be like, it doesn't have to be women's versus
Yeah.
men, like how it is in
Right.
other sports.
I was also watching this YouTube, and I apologize, I can't remember the name of it, but he was talking about how when you see girls, it was talking about female roles, it's like so-and-so support, so-and-so support, so-and-so support.
Yeah.
There's only so many support positions required on a team.
Exactly.
I figured out what's got women into video games. Do you guys remember when Cooking Mama came out?
Cooking.
What's Cooking Mama?
It's a video game where you cook. They get peripherals.
Like
that-
Dining Dash and
Oh, that's
Diner
funny.
For like the Wii and stuff,
Listen,
the consoles.
if there was a
I
Stardew Valley
fucking love that
competitive
game.
game, me and
Oh,
Angie would wreck that.
that'd be sick. Let's
We'd
do
be
it.
hyper carrying
Or,
it.
or Terraria.
I'd be
Let's
like,
just
we
do
already got a
Terraria.
fucking chicken coop. What? We're making mayonnaise.
Angie
on
was
day
like making
3.
mayonnaise on day 3. I'm like, I didn't even know I could do that. She's
I
like,
didn't
"You
even know I
want-"
could make mayonnaise.
I'm
Hey,
like,
what's a
Becky, I
preserve?
need the
Now-
eggs. And she's like, what? I'm going to sell them. I'm like, no, I'm going to make some fucking mayonnaise.
Now wait, what kind of mayonnaise was it? Baby batter mayonnaise, or was it like legit mayonnaise?
It
was
was,
mayonnaise.
it was testicle batter.
baby batter.
You are
testicle batter.
obsessed with testicle batter.
Testicle batter.
She doesn't see it that often, so yeah, I would be
Testicle
too.
batter. Makes your face flutter.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm scared now.
So, mayonnaise and jams and jellies. I'm like picking berries, and Becky's like, you going to sell them? No, I'm making a jam and a jelly.
Gonna
Need
make food for us. Come on
Yeah,
now.
and you have a cave. You can choose what to make it. I'm like, I want fruit bats because we're going to make some jams and jellies.
There you go.
By day 30, we had a bull farm going.
Does she have a wife yet?
Yeah, I was go. Meanwhile, I was,
Becky's like, holy shit, we've got a lot of money.
no, it was crazy because I'd come back because I'd go fishing.
She just fishes.
I love fishing.
I run the farm. She comes back and I've built like walkways and lighted paths and there's
It's a
and
very different
no
experience.
you sell the geos and
yeah,
buy our
but
barn.
it's very different
so.
to like play with Angie on Stardew. I know this is such a random topic, but like I come back to Stardew Valley with playing with Angie, and we have like basically like a corporation running for our farm. I go play on my Switch, and I still have like rocks everywhere that don't need to be there with like 6 little. And it
Rocks
looks
and
janky
trees.
as fuck. Yeah.
I've got like hay farms, tree farms that I don't let her cut them down because we're growing trees. We don't want to deplete our tree supply. So
You got to have trees.
yeah,
you
and
got to have lumber.
I've planted fruit trees now, and Becky chopped one down.
By
Becky,
accident.
Bitch. I love you, Becky. I'm
I
kidding.
know, it's okay. But let me tell you, if there was competitive Stardew Valley, me and Angie would wreck it. Let's just do PUBG just for the fun of it. We
Do
can
it,
play
Becky.
PUBG
Do it,
sometime
Angie.
this week.
I'll
Do it,
do
Angie.
it. I'll do it. And they'll be like, my team came in last with negative 60 points.
It's accumulating. We could come in last and be done with it. It's just funny to see how you...
Yeah.
She'll just yell at me. That's all she'll do.
No, we'll do it. No,
Do
I
it.
can hide like a motherfucker.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
play a couple games.
I
this
showed-
week.
My
Get-
first game of Realm Royale, I came in the top 10.
Yeah.
Because I hid behind a mushroom the entire game. I didn't pick up a weapon. I didn't do anything.
Well, Angie and I...
my first 3 games of Blackout
Yeah.
Black Ops 4, I died. Got no experience whatsoever. I picked up a weapon, and I was looking at the attachments and everything on it. Somebody shoots me from the side. Oh, great. Go into the next game after 10 minutes. Happens again. Go into the next game after 10 minutes. Happens again. Well, crap. This is really freaking boring.
I told Angie the only reason why I've ever come in like top 5 in PUBG is because I would just hide until the very end and just snipe the last 3 or 4 people. But like she would literally be. We've watched tournaments where, because we're big fans of like offline TV and stuff like that, where we watch Toast and Janet just hide behind a cliff until top 5, and they didn't kill anybody.
Toast just hides behind a stairwell and shoots people as they walk by, which is a great strategy.
Yeah, no.
Put your back against the wall. I think that's why I don't like Fortnite. You can't hide because they can just cut right through the wall.
Exactly.
Harvesting. It takes a lot of time to cut down a tree. And you're going to cut down a tree and it's going to be in perfectly hewn blocks.
Well, we already know
Right.
how you feel about trees with Stardew Valley. So
we need to take care of them.
all right.
Not going to cut down all the trees,
We know
Becky.
we lived
Just because
happily
you feel like it.
I needed
Not all the trees,
I
Becky.
needed
Not all the trees.
timber to make your damn coop. What do you want me to do?
You didn't have to cut down the fruit tree.
Yeah, there's trees all the way. And you know what? We can cut down our supply, but we have sections. We're
I just
like
want
lumber.
you all to know, though, Angie never leaves the farm, so she doesn't see where I have literally deforested every other part of Stardew Valley, so I don't cut down her trees.
Hey,
Like, I go up to the tree
you
and
gotta
it's like, no, ma'am, I still have to grow. It's going to take 3 months.
You got to do what you got to do.
The rest of the entire map is an apocalyptic desert because I've cut down the trees.
Hey,
Ours is like
but-
a forest haven.
But your forest is awesome.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And I made sure to keep it's in a straight line across and down.
But I didn't think
Perfect.
Stardew Valley would have gas masks because they don't have or an oxygen mask because they can't get oxygen from the other trees that are around the game.
And I do leave the farm. I go to the caves and I go down and get geodes.
You
and
know what?
material.
You know what?
I want to play with y'all, and I just want to go fight monsters.
I love doing that. If it's raining, I'm like, yes, I can get off the farm.
You know what happens if you leave our farm? It's what Fallout 76 looks like. So that's what Angie has done to it. Fallout 4, because 76 is the prequel. But yeah, I want to play
Still,
that, though,
same
by
thing.
the way.
It looked good. I was watching a preview for it the other day. I was like, what is this?
They got the Mothman in it. They got all kinds of cool...
Like-
Holy shit, don't play that game.
I was like, I was watching a commercial.
Stop
I
it,
was
Bobby.
watching a commercial on YouTube before one of my
Yeah.
videos, and it's a bunch of live action people. There's a girl spinning around,
Yeah.
shooting guns and everything, and it's just happy music. And I'm like, what is this?
I
I'm
think
like, what is this?
It's
And
supposed to be like the next MMO, I think, is Fallout 76.
It
because
looks
it's
cool.
open world.
it looks cool.
Angie, a quick question.
Sure.
No,
Who
Yes.
who would win in a fight? 1,000 Frogs or the Mothman?
I'm dead either way. I won't see the end of that match.
That's
The
awful.
Mothman's hanging upside down in a tree with red eyes. Remember that in the movie? The guy's smoking, he looks
Prophecies?
up, and he's like,
Oh, with Richard Gere. That was a down point in his career.
just run.
Well,
Why are you even outside at night in the trees? Go in a house. This is how you
'Cause he's
fucking
fucking
die.
white.
Ra-
Honkies are
random
dumb.
Yeah.
random thoughts brought to you by Bobby.
Yeah.
well, I want to end the podcast on one note. What did everybody think of the Diablo Immortals
A
trailer?
Samsung OneNote. Galaxy OneNote.
I don't play Diablo, so I didn't really care. I did enjoy the
I'm
salt
gonna
from
play
the
it.
Fallout.
I don't care.
If it's on mobile,
I don't want to be salty. I will play it.
you can play it.
But I'm not going to have a lot of microtransactions. I already spend my paycheck on one game.
Right?
I
you
can't
spend it on
afford
2
another
games,
game.
Angie. You spend it on a mobile game and a MOBA game.
Yeah.
I spend it on 2 mobile games
Yeah.
because I spend it on Summoners War and Castle Clash.
Toast
Yeah.
predicted that this is going to be the highest earning IP for Blizzard, and this is going to be Blizzard's way of transforming everything into a mobile thing.
I was looking at stats, and apparently...
Did you hear the outcry and rage of at BlizzCon
Yeah.
about it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People
What?
don't want it.
Okay, but that's why,
Period.
because that guy said, what, do you not have phones? Listen here, you dumb motherfucker. We don't have to buy your game.
They were booing before that. They were booing
because they thought
oh,
he
it's
would
mobile.
announce Diablo 4. Don't, because they actually alluded to Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would have been taken better if you hadn't have made us think it was Diablo 4.
And I think,
Right.
and I feel bad for the guy
If you had promoted it, oh, there's a new Diablo game coming out for your phone.
yeah.
It's not Diablo 4.
Don't worry,
but
it's not replacing it. This is just...
it's something
They
else.
just want to cash in on
Well, I felt bad for
microtransactions.
the first guy who announced it, the initial announcement, because that guy who said the phone thing was at like a panel. The initial guy looked like, if you go back and watch the BlizzCon thing, he looked like he was about to cry because he was apparently the guy who fixed a lot of the problems with Diablo 3. And I think he got thrown out there to be like the sacrificial lamb because nobody wanted a Diablo mobile game. I mean, it's true, and I mean, I'm sure people will play
Nobody
it.
wants a Diablo mobile
That's
game.
why I didn't really play Heroes of the Storm. It's mobile, but it's mobile.
Yeah, that game like totally fail.
It has its own popularity, but it is not.
It isn't.
It's
no.
nowhere near Dota or League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's Blizzard doing Blizzard things. It was so funny watching the comparisons between like just the fact that everybody was so hyped for BlizzCon and it was considered like one of the worst disappointments for stuff because, you know, there wasn't the only thing that really I guess redeemed it was the remastering of Warcraft 3, which a lot of people were excited about because that's what created Dota.
Yeah.
So people are going to be in those map makers making new games.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I'm excited about that.
but that's about it.
Super excited. My favorite. After I beat Warcraft 3, I loaded up Warcraft 3 to play the fan made games. The tower defenses, loved them.
Yeah. So I think that
Wasn't a big fan of Dota though at the time.
I would not,
Surprising.
but if I had been them, I would not have stuck Diablo Immortals as a big announcement. I'd have been like, just so you guys know, we're also coming out with a mobile version of Diablo.
I had an idea for that, so hear me out. They knew that it wasn't going to be a very popular announcement. What they should have done is the dick bag that said, don't you have a phone?
thing.
Hear me out. You should have gotten the Diablo guy, like someone dressed as Diablo, to come out there, drag him off stage, hear him scream, and then like the stage goes black, and it's like a little mini clip for Diablo 4.
That would have been
That'd
really
be fucking
cool.
insane. I was
Or
like, why did you do
drag
that?
him off and then
That
it's
would've
just
been good.
Diablo 4.
Hey, Blizzard, hire me for your PR
No
team.
kidding, Bobby. That would have been good.
That-
Or
That'd be gross.
or have stuck Diablo in between two big announcements. So I can't. Overwatch was one of the big announcements. So stick it between Overwatch and Warcraft 3, and less people would have been pissed off instead of sticking it toward the end, where people are going to be like, "What the fuck? You made a mobile
because
game?"
that's their new game.
Yeah, and I get it. I get it that, you know, the Asian market is going to be big on it because they love mobile games. There are going to be people who play it. But the fact is you have BlizzCon, they're Blizzard fanboys.
Well,
you don't do that shit.
Mobile games are outselling PC and console combined right now.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah.
this is a huge market they're tapping into.
Oh, yeah.
They're actually late to
And-
the party.
And I don't
You
think
got IGG out there like making shit tons of games. They're the Civilizations.
what I don't think that's a
I mean,
bad
the Clash of Clans games.
I don't think
all
it
of
was a
those.
bad idea to go mobile. I think it was a bad idea to expect the super hard fanboys of Blizzard in the Western civilization to be excited about it.
Oh yeah, I want my Diablo 4.
Right. I want my
Look
Diablo
how many
4.
years we waited between 1 and 2 was 10 years, and then 2 and 3 was what, 17 years?
Forever and
Like
a day.
And right now,
But to be fair, Diablo 3 wasn't what anybody expected it to be at the time either.
No,
So.
Yeah.
and
And to me, it's still not.
yeah,
And-
they just fixed it again.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to hack.
well, and now the big announcement was that now it's on the Nintendo Switch, and that's after 6 years.
Yeah. Forever.
So, and I mean, to be fair, Nintendo Switch has been around for 10 years, but
Oh, baby.
you're getting to that time where you're expecting a big title to come out. It's not. Nobody asked for it. I'm sure you're going to make a shit ton of money for it, but your big fans are not going to be asking for that. They
Right.
want the actual game, and I want to be able to play it on PC as well. I want to be able to dye the shit out of my armor.
Well, Final Fantasy has a mobile game. Like, lots of these games have mobile versions.
Yeah,
I've played
yeah,
Dragon Ball Z.
they've-
League
they've
was
got-
talking about
Right,
it.
but the
They've
thing
got a
is-
couple
Yeah.
different mobile games, but they don't have. It's not.
That's not their big franchise game.
Right. It's not their
Yeah.
big thing, and
They
they
didn't
don't they don't expect people to play it. They're like, hey, here's this, cool.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, yeah, and think about it. Those games weren't like hardcore announced at a big convention dedicated
Yeah.
to their thing. If Riot came out and said, okay, there's this big IP and everybody's thinking it's in an MMO right now and all that stuff, and then they said it's League of Legends on mobile, how many people do you think is going to shit their pants?
I'll probably get fired playing that.
Right? I think I would too.
I would too, but you would be expecting something big
I
out
know,
of it.
but I think in 10 years, 15 years time, Blizzard's going to be looked at for this as like one of the pioneers, one of the four fingers, the foresight.
forefathers
Yeah, of mobile gaming.
for big franchises.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
like
they're progressive, and progressiveness gets backlash.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like the guy said, doesn't everybody have a phone?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
he
I've
came
got a
out
phone.
as a jerk when he said it, but
I mean, the only thing is, I don't want to play my
Exactly.
Diablo game on a
No.
screen this big.
yeah.
That's the only thing. I don't want to play a Diablo, on a 6x7 inch screen.
But what else is mobile? Tablets.
Exactly.
So we're talking about tablet games. When we think of a mobile game, we always think of our phone. And the guy said think of your phone, but
Yeah,
I started
I mean-
thinking, what about tablet?
Yeah, your
Um,
tablets, your iPads, all that
Yeah.
kind
But
of
think
stuff.
about trying to grind Diablo on your phone.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little.
You know what I mean? Like-
It's gonna get a little hand crampy.
Yeah.
Hand crampy.
But
Get a stylus.
no,
It's gonna be. You're gonna be using two hands with it.
That's what she said.
I mean, that's usually what she says about
I
mine.
feel we'll start seeing peripherals. It like a Switch thing where you down and put it onto your TV. I
Yeah.
think we're gonna see technology like that come out to support these mobile games, and that's why I want a capture card
yeah.
for Christmas because I want to be able to stream it.
Oh yeah.
And so, I mean, it's promoting a lot of sales in a lot of areas. I think it's generating. But what worries me is I don't want microtransactions in a game like that.
right.
Like, if it's DLCs on Xbox and it doesn't really
PlayStation,
affect
yeah.
anything, that's fine. But when you have to make a purchase to advance in a game, that bothers me.
Oh yeah.
Even though we do it.
Even though we do it.
I mean, we do it. I mean, y'all do it with Lords Mobile. I do
Yeah.
it with Clash of Clans and stuff.
I don't. I spend my money on clothes and hair products.
Yeah.
Bobby does it with clothes and hair
Bobby
products.
uses it to advance in life.
Exactly.
Barely.
And look at the difference. Okay, you got a Gizmo shirt. Becky has Attack on Titan. I had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Polo sweater.
Exactly.
And boots.
No, it's not. It's not even. It's a pullover. It's
Yeah,
very nice.
pullover. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice, but
Yeah.
you can tell that.
Yeah.
But you know what the funny
you
thing
can tell
is?
what
Bobby
we
just
spend
walked
money
out
on.
of GQ.
But you know what
Exactly.
the funny thing is? I'm the single one at this table.
Right.
You know what though, Bobby? You're looking for somebody specific.
I'm looking for someone to fuck.
That's specific.
Specific. That's
Fuck to
specific.
go out with and fuck.
You want somebody with a pulse.
I want someone. No, I can. I
No,
can
he
get.
he
I,
has. Yeah.
I can get pulses. That's fine. I can show you Bumble and Tinder, but they gotta
Bobby
be cute.
has standards. Yeah, he has.
I now have
requirements.
standards.
Here's step one. You start IRL streaming. You're gonna get girls that way somehow, I think.
Yeah, but they're gonna be the ones that look like have pepperoni faces and stuff.
Maybe
Maybe.
you'll get that one that's
What
not
about
a pepperoni
pepperoni
face.
nipples?
They're fine. I mean, it's a nipple. I mean, they look
Yeah.
tasty.
Okay, well, I have to edit this episode.
Oh, you're leaving in the pepperoni nipples.
Okay, fine.
Hey,
Well,
Becky.
Hey,
you,
Becky.
You've got to leave in pepperoni nipples.
Oh, that's gonna be the outro.
I mean,
Yeah.
whatever.
Becky.
Hey, Becky.
Hi. It's been a while, guys.
Where can they find us?
Besides my asshole.
You can
Besides
find us on
Bobby Satan's
Facebook at the
asshole.
Free Rotation Podcast. You
And
can,
on Spotify.
you can find us on Twitter at the Free Rotation. You can also find us on Instagram at the Free Rotation Podcast, and we are on Twitch and YouTube at the Free Rotation. You can check us out streaming during the week sometimes.
What about the Stitcher?
We are on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify.
What about the radio network thing?
Can you let me get through these things and I'll say something?
We Be Geeks. Don't forget about
But
We
you
Be
can
Geeks.
find us on the Free Rotation Podcast. There's something we have signed up as part of the podcast for Radio Public. You can check us out there. If you'd like to support us through some revenue, it does have ads, so you don't have to listen to us there. But if you want to listen to us for free on all the other apps, we are there too. And you can find us on Weeby Geeks. We are an affiliate with all the other great podcasts there. And if you want to check out all of our backlog and any of our articles or anything we're coming out with, unfortunately, it's been kind of quiet because I was in a car accident a couple of weeks ago, so I haven't really been updating
She almost
it.
died.
I almost died. But you can check us out at thefreerotation.com.
It was 8 miles an hour. You didn't almost die.
You can
I
die.
mean-
Fuck off, Moreland.
I mean, the doctor did tell me people have died from those car
Yeah,
accidents.
you
But
asshole.
I will say I was
You-
not
you-
anywhere. I was not anywhere close to dying. I just had a back problem. That was about it.
It rear-ended you. You were wearing your seatbelt. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need.
Yeah.
Hey,
Lawyer,
Hey,
you were wearing your
just a
seatbelt?
quick reminder: the insurance company is still trying to settle. So yes, I almost fucking died.
Let's just cut all of that out. Like, honestly.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I've been streaming Tyranny So be sure to stop by. And if you're interested in buying Tyranny, buy it through our stream.
Yeah, there are some games that come through Twitch and Twitch Prime that you can purchase, and a part of that revenue goes toward us. So if you're interested in any of these games, one of them is Tyranny.
What's Tyranny about?
Let me tell you about Tyranny.
I've
On
got-
stream.
Speaking of, I gotta resubscribe because
So I had to subscribe for the first time.
Sweet.
my card is. I had to get a new card, so I had to deactivate my old card. So I gotta
got you.
reconnect it.
Give me
Okay.
that $4.99, or actually it's $2.
But yes.
Thanks, Twitch.
Also, if you're coming to DreamHack and you want to meet up with us or anything, just tweet at us that you're there.
Yeah, we will be streaming. Me and Angie both will have our computers there. So
I'll be there randomly.
We might
Yeah,
do
Baby
like
will be there. Namki
yeah,
will
we
be
might
there.
have people stopping by saying hi, but we will be streaming some games from DreamHack.
Mm-hmm.
So come by say hi or come by our chat and
Are
say
you guys
hi.
doing live streaming?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Cool. They get to see what my face looks like.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
come and hang out and play games and stuff like
No
that.
one wants to see that.
See what drunk Bobby looks like.
They want to see this goddamn hair, Moral, and don't fucking lie. I'm getting it trimmed on Friday, too. Ooh, the fucking panties are going to be soaked all over the place when I walk in the building.
Soaked.
Because it's gonna
I'm
be
scared.
Moreland's panties are already soaked.
I hope you're not wearing panties, because you have to wear a really big size to fit you.
They're comfortable though, aren't they?
They are. They're really
Granny
comfortable.
panties?
Yeah.
There you go.
They're
Thongs help. Thongs help you
No,
jump higher.
no.
Okay,
no.
guys, thanks for the episode. Appreciate it.
Bye,
GG.
everyone.
Bye, guys.
Don't forget to tweet us a name for our team
Yes.
because we have 4 votes and it'll be 3-1, whatever you choose.
And Diablo.
Diablo. What? Bye.
Bye.
TheFreeRotation Podcast.
And it's dog, you stupid cuck. Not cat. We cook dog.
They do anything.
No, cat
Yeah.
tastes gross. Dog tastes good.
No.